What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. Now today, we are not too sure what we're going to do. It's been a while since I played Ark. I actually just gone and recorded, actually. I skipped out yesterday. Kind of was busy with real life stuff, trying to reconfigure my life back into the being at home situation. You know, stuff like that. But yeah, we're just going to continue on, hopefully. Nothing too bad happens. I'm kind of just throwing around points as we look around our dinosaurs here. We should probably finish off making our farming district area here. I probably want it to be about 2 stories high, as the character itself doesn't has difficulty doing it with just 1 story. And we actually need to make the farms ready to go. So we're gonna have to collect some stuff. That's gonna be a bit of a hassle to do, but we're gonna get it done hopefully. And yeah, we might also take a look at getting started at making a bunch of air conditioners, as air conditioners do help us out for things like this. Why do I did bloom quality 0. Did I spell blue quality wrong? Ah, I did. Okay, cool. So that helps out a lot. I thought my screen was being a little bit too bright for some reason. But yeah, we're just gonna get that started. We also picked this guy up when you guys were away. There's a huge sized what's it called? Saber-tooth salmon, which, if you guys know, are the fish that give prime fish meat. But this one was like level 2, and it was like a no, that was level 95, and it had like a 2.7 times sizing. I was stuck on the shore, which made it to be a interesting time beating it up with a pickaxe. But here we go, no big problems, no issues, no worries. We're just gonna collect more crystal and hopefully find something else to tame. Actually, while we're here, we actually did see that the Snorlax could not be tamed based off of what we were doing. So there's really no point in having it in here at the current moment. So we're gonna drop him off the edge. And let's see. Gonna get our stand back up because we're not gonna be able to go too far without it. So far it looks pretty peaceful down there. No need to worry about stuff at the moment. I did look at the mod creator, and they've actually added a lot of Pokemon in last time, and they did add legendaries in a long time ago, but I didn't realize that they had. So that's something that we're gonna have to look at in the near future. Hopefully we can do it without having any issues or any problems or anything like that. Got some T-Rexes doing some stuff, some Carnos doing some stuff as well. Raptors and whatnot. We're just gonna leave them alone, no big problems between us. We do need to make our EV collection eventually, but right now we're pretty much where we need to be in terms of taming up Pokemon. I'm at 3.5. It might be a bit too little, or might be too much. I'm not too sure. Not too sure what it's like exactly. We're going to take a quick look at it as soon as I land. I might have spelled things out so badly that it didn't actually... Light shafts 0. Yep, so we're good there. Gamma 3.5. Huh. Gamma 3. Bit darker. It is later in the day, so the sun is kind of low, and my setup's actually right by a window, so I'm getting a lot of light glare into my face, which is annoying, but, you know, we'll get through it. So for those of you that are joining us, I'm working on getting 2 videos out a day. It's kind of figuring itself out with the schedule between my mom and me and whatnot. I'll probably have to do some recording beforehand so that way I have a video during the mid part of the day and have a video come out later in the day. Like this one's going to come out, I guess. But yeah, hopefully we continue to improve on our episodes and continue to give you guys good content. I've had some talks with my friends about it, and not too sure about the whole content thing. I am doing this for fun though, of course, so it's not like it's going to be a main career, probably. I would like it to be a career, but it's not likely to be a career, so it's whatever. But yeah, hopefully we do continue to make videos that you guys enjoy, and you guys come around and see. As I like to help people out, and sometimes, whether it's doing, like, you know, charity streams or something, or stuff like that, kind of work over time with it. So that Diplo was a something like Diplo C or something. I don't know what it was. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a form of Diplo in this game where they have like the pre-forms, the baby forms walking around and whatnot. Like that's a juvenile Gallus right there. It looks like a Oviraptor but smaller, I think. But yeah, apparently they've also added in shinies, but we haven't seen any yet, so that's kind of the thought behind that. Or we may have seen shinies, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we collected some crystal. We're gonna need a lot more, although it can only take so much more. There's the what are they called? They're like microraptors? Microraptors, that's what they are. Microraptors doing microraptor things. There's a Clefairy. Got Argentavis, we got terror birds, we got raptors, we got all the shebang all around us. We've got ourselves the Castroids that are out of water. And a bit far away from it, actually. We totally could steal this dam right here. Let's see. Stego's been Stego. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look at this beacon. I haven't looked at beacons really this season. Oh, that is a Talon Flame. Not what we're looking for. Be right back. And welcome back. We are currently about to collect more of this stuff, but I have some news. I have found the legendary, the one that got spawned in when we last looked, and I've also figured out that it's kind of stuck in a certain area, I guess is what I'd say. So we're gonna go take a quick look at that, and we're gonna come back and drop our stuff off and continue building our thing. Now it's MOLTRES, if you guys don't know. MOLTRES is the fire bird from the legendary trio birds, which is Gen 1, if I remember correctly. And it's one of the harder ones to tame. We also have seen a Kangaskhan over there to our right. We've seen Charizard is over there. Let's take a look at the Kangaskhan actually. I didn't look at details about it or anything. It's level 24 male. Got a bunch of miniature raptors. We got the Tyrantrum. Yeah. Oh, a bunch of what are they called? Allosaurus has just spawned. But as you can see over there, that is the MOLTRES, the giant flying bird. That's level, I think 19 is what it said. If I can recatch. 16. Level 16. So that's one where level 16 is a pretty solid level, I'd say. We have a higher chance of getting it than not. Of course, I'm going to have to do something to make sure that we don't get caught on fire when we do it. And I don't know how long they last, but they should stick around for quite a while. But if they don't, then we're going to have to deal with that. But we did know that they added in new dinosaurs, or not new dinosaurs, they added in the legendaries, so that's pretty much solid knowledge now. Let's see, we need to go this way, so we're going the correct way, we just need to actually get there. So once we drop this off, I think we're going to grab the resources we need to make a small 4x4 section, or like, you know, base thing. And we're going to try Kango it by doing that, because bolas are very little effective against it, and it does a lot of fire damage. Now, I don't know how strong it is against wood and whatnot, so we're going to have to take a chance on that one. And we're going to have lots of trank arrows ready to go, and some prime meat ready as well. And hopefully we won't have too much issue. One thing we do have to worry about, though, is that it is near the alpha T-Rex. And that's going to be a big problem later on, if we aren't able to take care of it later on as well. Though I do know it takes a lot of arrows to KO or not KO, but you know, kill a Alpha T-Rex. That's like the hardest thing to do in this game, besides probably taming a Giga and taming a Titanosaur. So we're gonna have to be a bit careful about it. If we get the MOLTRES, I'd say we did a pretty solid job in the first couple episodes of this series. If we don't tam it, then you know it's whatever. I wasn't expecting it to be tamed right away, but having a flaming bird would definitely be a big help for killing and collecting meat and stuff. So let's get some heals back up, and we should be almost ready to go. We have enough crystal to get the job done, I think, for a little while, or at least get part of it done. To the point where we can get the other stuff started building. Let's take a look at what's over here. We've got a... Is that a shiny Bellsprout, or is that just a regular Bell? I think that's a shiny Bellsprout. They said shinies were a thing, so now we have to be on our guard for that, apparently. Bellsprout? You're shiny, I can tell for a fact. Or is it just female? I can't tell for sure. I think, I'm almost positive it's shiny, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm only saying it because the leaves are shiny, not because the head is a different color. I haven't actually seen, I don't remember, I'd have to look at the actual look of it to remember what the shiny version of it is. Let me know down in the comments below if you think that was a shiny. Because if it is, I'll have to go tame it. And if it's not, then oh well. Got an injured Galamus over here. Nothing too cool. We're also going to be able to have to hold our, whatever we use to fly there, to get to the enemy, the wild Moltres. I think we'll probably use the lower level Pterodon, as that's going to be more likely to die and less likely to lose it. We're going to try taming it this episode. I don't know how long it's going to be around, so we're going to try to do that before the episode's over. But I still am not too sure about taming it. Put that in there for now. Doesn't need to actually be in there, but we're going to do that. Structures. Greenhouse. We need to have 6 of those, I guess. While we're here, we can also take a look at this. Wood. Definitely could be wood's going to be the only option, really. We need more thatch, though, in order to actually get this stuff done. So we're just going to put the walls up on over here, and we're going to get ready to get taming. We're going to leave all the rest of our stuff that we don't need there. So the things here, so we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna pop that in there real quick since it's readily available for us. Okay, so to get thatch, we're gonna need to cut down some trees with our hatchet. Let's do some more weight, as that's what this guy is kind of what he's useful for at the moment. I think we're gonna go down to the 3rd level just because it has more trees readily available next to each other. It's a more of a high-yielding resource for us. So let's grab as much as we can. Thanks to the beavers in our area, we were able to have a lot of wood readily available. By making our wood structures, it's going to cost us a lot of that wood, but we're going to be able to quickly get the amount we need for both hiding and getting far enough distance between us that we can't really get killed by it. Let's see. Bugs are not allowed. Okay, bugs been quelled. Back at it with the thatch collection. What are we at so far? Pretty solid amount. Pretty good amount, I'd say. Let's go steal from the beavers again. And then we'll get crafting. So where's the nearest dam? Got some good old fish in here. Oh, beavers. Have you made another nest for me to borrow from? Ah, yes, they did. How kind of them. Okay. Here we go. Transferred. And up we go. And there were no problems after that. Thank goodness. Swimming around at the speed of sound. Okay, so we've got all the resources we need probably to make some solid wood foundations, supports, and area for us to hide in from our MOLTRES. I don't know what the range is, the attack range it has, but we're gonna need to be able to get our the flyer in that we bring with us, because we're not gonna be able to run all the way there safely with a creature. Let's see what we can mess around with. So we're gonna put all of the no, we're not gonna put the wood in there. I don't know why I'm thinking about putting wood in there. Well, we're gonna need wood in there eventually anyway, but right now we're gonna put the sparse wood away and the thatch, and we're gonna put everything else away in their required spaces. Okay, and now we can do the actual crafting with our amount of fiber and wood and thatch. We need to have enough room for that before we start taking stuff out. So, structures. Wood. We're gonna need let's do 8. So 9 in total. It'll be a 3x3 room. We're gonna need a lot of these. Let's do 13. We can obviously grab more if we need to. We're just gonna take what we can get at the moment. And obviously our guys will be able to carry it right away. So we're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to place it down, come back, and then get the bird that we want and bring it on over. Because these things weigh a lot, if I remember correctly. This weighs 36 pounds, or 36, and then all this. I could take off my armor, I guess, and have nothing on me, but the trank arrows don't want it, but still, that's going to be a solid amount, more than I think the bird could handle. Yeah, it's going to be more than the bird can handle, just from these 2 items. We're going to need more ceilings. And we actually run out of something else before the ceilings go out. It's going to definitely be wood. It has to be wood. Wood's the thing that we're really losing here out of everything. Yep. Five, 6. Place everything else that we have in here. We're gonna just have to deal with what we have for now. Let's go back over to the MOLTRES, kind of. The area where he is about. And set up our medium-sized base. I actually have an idea of where I can hide the bird while I do that. It's a survival to the place that I need to go to before we get killed or whatever. We can also set up while on the bird, which is a good thing, as that's going to be kind of the key point of getting there and back. Or getting there and hiding our bird out safely. Now, I don't know if I'll need a wyvern after getting a MOLTRES, since it's pretty fast in my opinion and whatnot, we should be able to solidly do what we need to do. I actually should have brought a bed. That's what I should have done. I have plenty of spare beds. I could have had one right over there and just been like, okay, Well, I died. Let's respawn there and get that done. So that might be a good warrant to actually go and drop this bird off and get the that pterodon. Let's see how this goes. It's possible that the MOLTRES has shifted over some, but I'm not too sure about that, to be completely honest. Now tell me if I'm wrong, for those of you that know Ark, but overall there should be a, I don't know if there is, but if not, Ark should add this in, a weapon that is like the auto turret, except it shoots tranq darts at things that are nearby, or at certain targets that are nearby. Like you choose like this thing, that thing gets shot, and this is why, or this is, if this is happening, then do that, you know? Like have certain conditions readily available for you to shoot certain things and have other things be not shot. But that's where we're probably going to leave our bird. It's probably safer than majority of the places that are here. Owl sources are definitely going to be a big issue for us. It's also a question of where we place our little base. Oh. This is a predicament I was not expecting. That was not a predicament I was expecting. No one that was acceptable. We have to watch out for those guys. That was not allowed. I think, and this is for reasons X, Y, and Z, that we do it somewhat over here. Due to the fact that we had some issues with those midgets. I'm not too sure. This place is pretty dangerous just altogether. Took almost a quarter of my, or yeah, took more than a quarter of my health away. Just by being there. Ah, there's a T-Rex egg over there. We're just making them a bit more anxious than they ought to be. Oh! They added in, Skullhead. What's it called? Okay, that's flat for now. We're not going to be able to do anything with it right this minute. Could probably feed our guy up some. Nope, never mind. That's not happening. Is he breaking my structures already? Nope. Structure's still okay. Ow. Ow again. So that MOLTRES is moving around pretty quickly, I will admit. It's not exactly going the ways that we need it to. But I could take advantage of this and take a, well, we're not going to be able to take it right this minute, but taking the T-Rex egg would be pretty solid in my opinion. Alsars are moving away from our base along with the Bronto, so we can do some setup here. I do think we came a little bit unprepared. Yeah, we came a bit unprepared. We are not completely ready to begin, but we're getting close. Getting close. We're going to have to make this setup for later anyway, just in case we want to do something here, like kill the alpha. That'd certainly be a challenge in and within itself. With the right tools, could be finished off quickly. Luckily for us, we have some resources around us. Thatch, or no, fiber is going to be the only thing that's really preventative for us to get what we need done. But in terms of wood, we can still steal from these guys, and then come back and steal more. Birds encumbered, but we can handle it. Nothing too god-awful, but certainly not quick. Let's see. We can drop the, can't really drop anything, actually, thinking about it. We can drop food. If that saves us a little bit of stamina, then that's okay, I guess. This is, not how I wanted it to go all the way, but it's kind of how it's going. The little base we have is pretty solid in my opinion. It's not, you know, gonna get the job done, but it's gonna get us close to where we need to be. If the, if MOLTRES has a attack strength, or not strength, but a attack area effect of like 2 spaces, then we should be okay as long as we stay in the corner of 1 spot. But we need to also have a ceiling in case of fire. So we have to head on back to our base, as the fact that we don't have enough resources to finish off the job. Actually, we can reduce our weight by getting the ceilings on for the things that, for the little bit that we have up. And that MOLTRES is getting a bit closer than I'd like for my 1 bird. We could actually do the taming here right now. Except it's not complete yet. Let's drop everything else in this guy, so we can finish off what we're doing. Yeah, so this won't protect us completely, but it's gonna get us pretty close. Need to come on back through and get our finishing touches on it, and then hide off our bird, so he isn't flame torched away. But it's flying in circles, so it should be good to go in terms of getting the rest of this done. And be careful of the Allosauruses and all of them, as they are going to cause us big trouble later on, should we take too long here. Also have to watch out for Carnos and all the other predators of the area. Luckily up here we're high enough that they shouldn't be able to get to us. Unless they can, of course, then that, you know, just ignore will completely. Yeah. This is off to a pretty solid episode plan, I guess. We're getting the main things done. We just need to finish off by retrieving the last little bit of trying to remember what I'm talking about. Still a bit difficult remembering stuff sometimes, as my commentary is all but amazing. Take that, drop everything else. Don't even need cloth armor. Still a really large weight on our bird. Not what I need, but we're gonna end up having. There's still that little island thing, like, must be the... No, I don't know what it is. There's some little patch thing right there, if you guys can see it. And on the map, there's nothing that's supposed to be there. But we have our access amounts of wood. We just need to get more... We need to get, like, 3 more ceilings, I think I saw. A doorway, and a couple more walls. A couple more windows, is what I'd say. And we're actually running really low on stamina, so we need to land and rest due to the fact that we're a lot slower with our movement speed, because we are pretty much encumbered on our bird. Still not too sure about the, oh, bugs. They're actually going to KO our stamina even faster. It's always the bugs. Bugs are always the thing that causes us the most trouble in this game. Thank you, art creators. So you should be far enough away that we can get our stamina back up, bring the wood back over, and get the Moltres tamed. Hopefully. I mean, that's gonna be difficult. Getting them all the way over there and then safely getting inside the base. Wall in the dark. Dark's always great. Gamma 3.5. Kinda does something. Not really. Sort of, I guess. But here we go. It's all about getting this last little bit done. If we can. If we tame the Moltres, we are set for a good long while as long as it doesn't die. Flying, we don't require saddle for Pokemon. It does fire damage, so it can destroy almost all targets pretty easily. I don't know what stam's going to be like. It's level 16, it won't be that amazing. But it should be enough to fly around, do some attacks, and land safely. I do need to also make some trait arrows. I don't know how many is going to be required for this. I might go into the surplus extras that we have on the site where I used to live in this game. Just so that way we can actually get this guy tamed. Hopefully. And if not, we'll create more arrows and do our best. It is a KO tame. I know that for a fact. I've seen some people do KO tames for the other dinosaurs, and that's what the one thing does. So let's see how we can do. Usually I don't. Well, actually, that's wrong. I usually do craft not saddles, but safe zones for me to hide out while we do taming. So we're gonna see if this actually works on the Pokemon legendaries. I'm still surprised though from the fact that they are available. I didn't realize that they were added in until like last minute, I guess is what I was trying to think of. Bert, come here. So got everything in here. Gonna put things back in their respective areas again. That goes in there with that. Once we get the ability to grab and tame a kangaroo, we're gonna do that. We actually can make those walls now, thinking about it. So fiber. Crafting, we're gonna need, I'm gonna say, what? 12? And we need 3 ceilings? Actually, I think we need 6. And that should be just about everything, right? Or no? We need to cancel that actually. We need to make 1 doorway. We need to make another 9 of those. No, we need to make another. First make this. So 5 of those and 6 of those. Now I might be going overboard. It could be straight up, flat out overboard. But I'm just trying to make sure that I get this right, so that way I don't have to worry about it later on. We're gonna run really low on thatch now, which is part of the whole arrow thing that we need. Not too sure how many arrows I'm gonna need. It's gonna be a large guess and check basically. If we have, no, we don't have the metal, I don't think. We do have the narcotics, that's for one thing. Do we have the metal to make a dart gun? Yeah, where's the tooltips? Show engrams. No. What's the where's the, what's it called? Options. Where's toggle extended HUD info? H. No, that's not it. What? Why can't I see stuff? I need to be able to see the item 8 or whatever. Item toggle HUD? No. Craftables. Toggle orbit camera? No. Where's Toggle tooltips. Why is that always coming off? So weapons, firearms. We need a lot of metal on this one. And then ammo is going to also need metal and narcotics. Plus gunpowder. So we have metal in here, if I remember correctly. We have no metal in here. So we're actually flat out basically out of metal, by the looks of it. So we're just going to have to deal with what we have and hopefully work with it pretty well. We could actually, while I'm thinking about it, make a couple of arrows to improve our chances. Not gonna be able to make too much due to the fact that we're low on thatch, but we could make a 25, which is gonna add up for us. I'm glad they changed the crafting sound. The last one was really pingy and it made a really loud noise. It was not really enjoyable. So craft all that up. What are you looking like in terms of weight? 52, 70. This is gonna be 80, 90, plus whatever's left. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be still weigh a lot. Yeah. Just looking at our weight itself, it's gonna be too much for our bird, I'd say. We don't actually need everything else that's in her. We're finished crafting that. Oh, that's gonna need to go on stone. And here we go, I think, guys. We're gonna actually try to finish it off. So we have 62 arrows in total to use on this legendary. Should we get it, we'll have to collect from a remains of some sort. This bird can take it. Can any of the other birds take it, actually? While we look at it? No, it cannot. But can we boost its weight? It still can't. Weight on this guy is 181. This guy, which we just added to, is 155. So this guy actually could take us, maybe. Let's take a look. Yeah, we can take him. It can carry more, so we're gonna try it to have him. It's gonna take a couple of tries, or not tries, to get him in here, but it's gonna be slow to get him in. Gonna also be risking his life, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. Let's see how we do. This is it, guys. We're gonna do a legendary tank. Unlike the wyverns, there's no going back on this one. Well, like the wyverns, there's no going back. But this time, I'm gonna just deal with it, I guess. And we'll forget the bed, so we're gonna go back and we're actually gonna not take this guy. Now that I'm thinking about it. The bed will let us come back pretty much instantaneously. We'll continue firing, hopefully, and all will be good in the world. And if not, then oh well. We should also actually make a closet or like a storage box so that we can store the stuff in it should something bad happen. Now I'm thinking ahead of it. I actually have a better chance, I think. So we have stair stuff in here for a good reason. Thatch and wood. Thatch and wood. Can we make a small box if we do something like this? Structures, wood, storage. We can make one small box. And that's all we're gonna have, really. Still keep putting things in the wrong bins, even though I have it labeled and whatnot. Alright, so let's go finish that house. We're gonna have to pray to God that our bird doesn't die from anything while we're there. Wait, Will, you're doing it again. You did it again. You made your box, but you didn't actually grab the bed. You have spare beds all over the place, and you just didn't grab it. You guys have probably yelled at me like 6 times. Will, get the bed. Will, get the bed. You know. Well, Will got a bed. And it weighs 4. And also, we have to be careful that we don't jump in too quick, or else we can just flat out die when we come back in. and that'd be less than helpful. So let's see. Now I know our chances of our bows breaking before we actually get the finishing blow on it pretty high, but hopefully we can do it without too much issue. Now I have a bad feeling that this bird will end up getting killed, but hopefully not. If it doesn't, then we'll be extremely happy and we'll have a new bird, hopefully. And if it does, then we'll have to take our time and get another one. Luckily we know where a bunch are, and we kind of built like a little base there, so we'll be able to actually do it. If we have our resources and things there. If we lose this guy, but we get the other one, then I'd call it a worthwhile, or not worthwhile, but a worthy sacrifice in a way. But we still have to get there and see if we get stuff that we want to do happens correctly. Our base could be completely destroyed by now by like a T-Rex or something. I don't know. But let's take a look. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this episode of Ark Survival Evolved, remember to leave a like down below, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. Also remember, if you want to see more Ark in the future, remember to subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment down below on what you think I should have done in the future. Obviously, bolas are a good idea. I would have completely used a bola if I knew it had a single effect on the legendaries, but I don't know that for sure, so I'm not testing that theory out right now. Flame bird, where are you at? There's the flame bird. The bird of 1,000 suns. Right over our base. Come on, big boys, come on. Yep, just right over the edge. Ow. That hurt a little bit. By reducing the amount of enemies in the area, we have prevented our bird from dying. Now I just have to prevent us from dying. Hopefully it can do that. Oh. Going around would be the best option, but it's also one of the riskier options. Okay, we've made it to our base. Put the walls up. That's not what we needed. We need the storage, the door. Door first. Storage. And the bed. And here we go. The game that everyone plays as the biggest risk. Keep aiming for its wings. Okay. So far, okay. Not exactly an easy target. Nope. Oh, and we are on fire. We're gonna survive this, I think, just barely. Yep. So where are you now, bird? Bird of fire. Looks like the walls are holding out, but we are not gonna hold out. Yep. Okay, so that did not work as well. 93 versus that. Let's go. Let's wait a minute. Let it just kind of figure itself out for a minute. And back in we go. So where's our stuff? Did we get flung or something? Like, where'd our stuff go? Oh, we're underneath our base. That's great. That is 10 out of 10. Well, there goes our bed. Gonna take everything from here. And do we try again now that we have like a little space below? Let's really make it a bit more difficult. I mean, I think. Let's see, where did it even go first off? There you are. Pretty challenging, I'll admit it. It's as hard as I thought it was. Let's bring our bird a bit closer, I'd say. Not at the base, but near it. High enough that it's not going to get killed, but close enough that we can use it to get away if we need to. This is going to be the second and the last time because of the fact that we don't have a nearby bed. If we can even get it back down over here again. That was pretty lucky before. Might have to save this for another time or something. I don't know. How else do we knock it out? I mean, we only got one trinket on it and it was flying around the rest of the time. That's gonna flap in the air and whatnot. It's like, okay, yeah. So, what do we not need on us? This stuff here. That we don't need. Bed we could use. So what can we make another bed actually while we're thinking about this? We could make another bed if we had a hide and thatch and fiber. Where'd the bird go? It's all the way over there now. There's probably not even a point to having the trying to tame it anymore for now. For now, I just kind of figure out what we're gonna do. Can't really build a box around it or anything. Unlike other birds, which you do to tame. Can't really outrun it. Could maybe lure it, but that's gonna cost us the bird anyway. Or at least our bird. We are gonna take this T-Rex egg. That's about all I can really grab at the moment. Rex egg is picked up. And that Pidgeotto is still flying around in circles. We spent so much time making enough trank arrows that we can't actually use them for much of anything. Did get a level up though, so that's pretty solid. Or no, the bird did. Still pretty solid. 620 for weight. I was acting a T-Rex versus a... Nope. Didn't get to hit it in time, I guess. This beaver is so far out, I just question its methods. Gonna have to toss out 58 wood. Still encumbered. Okay, here we go. And we're out of there. Is he still following? He's still following. But yeah, this is one of the spiky things I was talking about earlier. I don't remember what they're called. Let's see what they are with our spyglass. Kentrosopolis or whatever. I probably butchered that so horribly for dinosaur lovers, as I am definitely I am a dinosaur lover, so that's probably gonna fall off on me later on. So we need to have another bed over here ready to go. We're also gonna need to figure out a different plan, as we were kind of able to be hit from everywhere that we're looking, and we couldn't really deal with it in a quick enough way. The walls did their job pretty well. We didn't have to worry about that. Just gonna borrow some from him. You know, their food. Where did it go? Encumbered. I know I'm encumbered. But yeah, I love the mini Brontos, like little Bigfoot. If you got, or not little Bigfoot, it's Littlefoot. If you guys watched the little movie Littlefoot and had that little series thing, I think they had. Mini treks are also pretty solidly cute. I mean, look at that. It's like, I don't even know what to compare it to. And then juveniles are pretty decent. But yeah, we're gonna head on back home with our wood. Get some more stuff done. We definitely saw a MOLTRES today. We definitely tried tanning it, but it just kind of didn't play out correctly. Somehow my mouse decided it was gonna just not be in the game. But I think that's gonna call it for the episode for today. We tried our best to tame it. We didn't lose a bird, which is good, but we didn't get to tame it exactly. Next episode, we might go back for another attempt on it and hopefully tame it. If not, we're going to do like a metal hunt episode and just get the resources we need to be able to do the dart gun. Obviously, the dart gun will be helpful a lot more as it's more precise for hitting and has a more of a impact, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Arrows are good and all, but they still take a couple shots to actually KO something. A dart gun takes like 3 or 4 or 5 darts to actually do the KO. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and as soon as we get back and drop our stuff off, we're going to call it the episode. Or maybe I'll just copy the episode now and just watch as 3 Terrorbirds versus a Bronto. Yeah, that's me the episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, in the future, we'll get more going on, but it's been about 40-50 minutes, so we're going to call it the episode here. Thanks for watching, and see you guys the next time for an episode of Ark Survival Evolved.